mechanical man. I am a mechanical man.
Welcome to Sonic the Hedgehog.
You've been raided.
I've been raided. Oh God, the Visigoths are here to raid my store of Sonic the Hedgehogs.
Oh no!
They're okay. Come
Taking tails, and they won't leave me alone.
on. They raided my lands. They stole my crops.
All they left you with was a little dude named Tails.
Yep.
Little rabbit named Cream.
Yes, everyone's favorite character, Cream the Rabbit. Hogwash. No, that's a different
There's
game.
someone out there who loves Cream the Rabbit, and you're insulting them by saying that Cream the Rabbit's not a beloved character.
Yeah, but the people who like Cream the Rabbit are the ones trying pornography of Cream the Rabbit. Time to play a slightly different version of a game. It's a completely different game.
Is it, or is it
Yes. Like
the same game but shorter?
No, the literally the levels in this game are different.
Are they better?
Yes.
So, if the last Sonic Werehog was, what did you say? It was rated.
If the last Sonic the Hedgehog was a bad time,
Yes.
this is a less bad time. This
Is
might
it a good time?
This is let's say if I was a child and I enjoyed fun, I would probably be able to derive some of it from Sonic Unleashed for the Nintendo Wii, which is more than I can say for let's say Sonic Unleashed for the Xbox 360.
If I was a child, I could imagine having a good time. Raves critically.
Yeah. Look, it's the clickiest. I'm using a Wavebird. Can't use that in Xbox.
This looks hideous.
Yeah, it's a Nintendo Wii game.
I know, but I'd forgotten.
Upscaled to 1080p, baby.
There was another crack in the wall. Find another secret. Brayden. Find another secret. Look.
I did it.
Ow, 30 rings. Damn. Rich now, Sonic.
I have not been a child for some time, Lionheart. I am an adult man, despite all of depictions. Despite playing Sonic the Hedgehog, I got an item.
Sick.
But yeah, so here's the other fun part about this game is I don't have to spend time going back through old levels
Sweet.
looking for fucking sun medals.
Awesome.
Isn't that exciting?
I don't know. You seem excited about it. So
I'm very excited. Also, compared to, let's say, the other game I played in the last week, Ninja Gaiden 3.
Is this better than Ninja Gaiden?
This is better than Ninja Gaiden 3.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Someday.
right.
Okay, Sonic the Werehog does indeed have a double jump. That's good. But you left a capsule back there.
I do not give a fuck.
Left a capsule back there. And a ring. Never gonna get all the jiggies this way.
I will get all of the fucking jiggies on stream right now if you continue to taunt me, young man. I'll even go to Rusty Bucket Bay and get all of those terrible jiggies.
If I could bully you into playing Banjo-Kazooie instead, or
Yeah,
Banjo-Tooie
yeah,
instead,
bully
that would be
bully me in sneer quotes.
great. Oh no!
Oh, no, I did not press
making me
X.
play a better game. Oh, yes. Sonic drowned. Death. Shame Sonic forgot how to swim when he turned 3D.
Yeah, it's fine. He was never very good at it.
Wasn't, but he used to be able to do it.
Oh, no, I had to hold X. This is the problem of... This is why I needed to... This is why you stay with the video game. Instead of...
Everyone remembers the slidey bars.
Yeah. It's my favorite part of Mario 64. Well, you're like, woohoo! And then you get all the red coins right outside of the Bowser submarine.
I love going woohoo.
Do 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 do.
This didn't make
do. Huh! Woo! Woohoo! Do 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 do.
the music in this game good too?
Yeah, because it's the same music.
Okay.
It's the same music as the 360 game, so it's still like actually kind of a banger.
Sonic Team is good at exactly one thing, and it's the music. They're mediocre at everything else. They're good at music. They have a good composer. They should never let them go.
Yes, they have people at Sega who can make good music still. It ain't just Yuzo Koshiro.
But it is better when it is music.
Yeah, well, not... Yeah. Turns out there's only one. And he's like... Sorry, guys. I don't know if there's going to be a new Etrian Odyssey. I would like to do music for one if they made a new one. And meanwhile, Atlas is probably like... What? What? How would you do that? How could you make an Etrian Odyssey if there aren't two screens? Relkin, I'm not... Relkin is diving into the Final Fantasy homebrew TTRPG that people have made.
He told me about that during my stream.
Yeah, boy. It seems like a lot.
You don't want to be a dragoon?
I don't want to be a lot of things.
What if you were a dancer? Or perhaps a blue mage?
It's either this or Shadowrun. I've vetoed literally 2 games.
It's too many. Now this is what you're left with. Didn't know you were gonna play Shadowrun for the Xbox 360.
Yeah, that's what we were gonna play. No, Shadowrun TTRPG is just like, hey man, you ever hacked the cyber deck
An elf.
with an elf?
Do you need the sun medals, or are sun medals just collectibles in this game that don't count for anything?
I don't think they matter very much.
Sweet.
I might have accidentally replayed a level I had already played.
Fate worse than death.
And instead of going straight to Act 2. Okay, yes. This is, I believe, the level I left off on.
This game still looks like butt.
I have bad news.
Oh, that
This
is
is what
better
all
than
video
the
games looked like.
Oh, no, I mean, like, the gameplay looks not fun.
Yeah. But I'll put it this way. The levels are 4 minutes long instead of 45.
This is compelling stuff.
Which is the thing with the Werehog levels in the HD version of the video game. Also, what if I were to tell you that the PlayStation 3 version of this game had significant performance issues? Yeah, I know. A PS3 game having weird performance? Impossible, I know.
Let me just plug in my PS3 version of Skyrim. I don't believe this.
Yeah, or your PS3 version of Bayonetta.
It looks like you're doing fewer executions
Yes, it's...
in this game.
Yes! So many fewer QTEs.
Can you still execute?
No! That's why this is a better game.
Sonic's not slitting throats, and that actually makes it a better game, you say?
Yeah.
An item.
Got item.
Yeah.
Hi, Harley. I'm
This
playing
is
Sonic T Hedgehog.
Justin.
Oh, Justin.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
No, I'm not disappointed. I'm elated. No, I played Risk of Rain with Harley and M last night. It was fun.
Risk of Rain good.
Yes.
I played Risk of Rain 2. How different is that game?
One of them
I know
is
it's 3D.
3D.
Like, I know it's 3D, but, like, does that make a significant difference, or...
I mean, the core gameplay is... I don't know. Did making Mario 3D change the gameplay?
Yes.
There's your answer, then. Answer me these riddles 3, and I shall tell you secrets.
Sometimes I think you're totally correct.
It's just smile and nod.
Yeah.
Smile and nod.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a... But, like, the fundamental part of Risk of Rain is still the same. It's still
Unique.
this weird, roguelite thing.
This looks like a better game.
It is!
Like, would you say it's a good game?
I would,
Based on-
if I was a games press in 2008, I'd be like, this gets a 7.5.
Has graphics.
Has-
Sound is good. Gameplay tolerable. Made by major studio. That's a 7 at least.
Hey, you know, at least it's not the Zelda tax, where every single Zelda game since time immemorial.
If there's an item behind the waterfall.
You mean the Zelda tax?
Lionheart,
You mean where
I
they
do
all
do
get
voice
good scores?
acting. It's just no one pays me for it.
One pays me for it, and only my friends hear it.
And yeah, and only my friends hear it, and my D&D tabletop group, and they go, "This sounds like the old man voice you already did." And I'm like, "Yeah, I only have so many old man voices."
Tell me a story, Pop Pop.
Well, let me tell you a story.
Well, so
Once
you put
there
more
was a
effort-
hedgehog.
You put more effort into it than I do.
That's
I don't
fine.
need voices.
I'm not going to make all my players do silly voices, because then you get Chris being like, "Oh, yes,
he's
hello, it is I."
He's gonna do his silly voices anyway.
Yeah.
You know what? Lionheart has a good point. This didn't stop Nolan North.
Nolan North has fucking range.
Once there was a man with a silly voice, and he grew up to be Nolan North, so... It's your excuse.
The
I
thing,
mean, Nolan North has a lot of good voices. It's just that everybody wants to use him as.
everyone
Nolan North.
wanted to make him do the Drake voice for a while when he was every video game protagonist.
And Jennifer Hale.
Yeah, Jennifer Hale has Jennifer Hale, youthful Jennifer Hale, which is like the voice she uses for like Rivet in the new Ratchet and Clank, and then British Jennifer Hale.
I mean, there's also Commander Shepard Jennifer Hale.
Yes.
Isn't that Jennifer?
I need to
Serious
go.
Jennifer Hale.
Yeah, serious Jennifer Hale.
In the Witcher animated movie that they made, that's a prequel to
The
Geralt's
Witcher.
story. They have Jennifer Hale do serious Jennifer Hale and child Jennifer Hale, so heck of a performance.
Hey. Canada's treasure. Yeah, anime Troy Baker, video game protagonist Troy Baker, the two Troy Bakers.
Troy's Baker.
There's Get Burned! And then there's I'm Joel from The Last of Us. I kill people.
So
Would like to win a voice acting award.
I'm a very serious artist.
Kill people, but I don't feel great about it.
Jennifer Hale that we get for Saints Row.
Was she one of the bosses in Saints Row? I don't think she was.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I thought she was.
She was the
I thought-
alternate voices.
I know Laura Bailey is one of the female bosses. That's right,
North
Nolan.
was the best Saints boss.
I am a Robin Atkin Downs guy till I die for Saints Row boss. I want the Cockney British one who's like, "Oh, oi, Shondi, we gotta do a crime."
And
It
did
looks
I play
like.
Saints Row 4? Is that game good?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
it's like the fun part about going back to that game now is, like, first off, they don't fucking make open world games like that. Two, that game is also very much the, like, we took that style of GTA open world game and just fucking broke it because you have superpowers.
It's also the sequel to Crackdown that should have happened.
Yeah, it's
Instead
also
of-
a better Crackdown sequel than Crackdown 2 or 3. Yeah, 3
Yeah, it's a good game.
3 is better than 4. Also, I don't know if I'd want to go back to 3.
Yeah. It's got some bits that are not great.
On the, like,
retrospect.
there's a pimp who talks entirely in auto-tune, and I feel like that joke was way funnier in 2011 than it is now.
That part of him is the least bad part. And you trying to abduct people into his
His weird
business.
yeah.
Into his pimping.
Yes, his pimping.
Like, to kidnap women so that he can sex traffic them.
Uh,
Hilarious!
Yeah,
I forgot entirely about that.
there's also, the end of that game, you fight an evil luchador.
That was great.
Yeah.
The part's still very good.
While holding out for a hero plays.
That's very good. I mean, you get turned into a toilet and then get a toilet outfit.
Yeah.
Fight like a weird goth kid
Yeah.
in a text adventure for a bit.
Yeah.
Holding out for a hero played when you were like the very end of the
Yeah,
game.
when you gotta choose between getting Killbane His name's Killbane, right? I'm not making that up.
Killbane is one of the characters, yes.
Or saving Shandi and Viola. Oh, that's right. Also, one of the characters is voiced by former adult film actress Sasha Grey. That's right.
It's true.
Which, you know, hey. I see she streams on Twitch a lot, so...
The overlap in your fan bases is clearly very big.
Yeah, no. It seems like she plays real video games.
Not this.
She... this is the realest fucking video game.
What does the red goo do?
That's
Comes out of-
heal?
Okay.
Yeah, it's live streamer Sasha Grey. Which, hey, I think she's... Listen. At this point in my life, I've just... It's like, hey... It's a job.
What are the items?
I am.
I
am. Go ahead.
I think the items are just like... You like concept art?
Sick.
Go ahead.
I love concept art.
I looked up Sasha Grey's Twitch. Apparently, she's played Elden Ring and Hades and Warzone. So, fucking video games.
Yeah, mainstream video gamer Sasha Grey.
Yeah. God. If she's successful and happy, good for her.
Yeah. Confirmed Sasha Grey is a realer gamer than me. I mean, that's true.
So Chip is God in this game, right?
Yeah. Also, yeah, Chip is God, basically. Except he's like, hey, Sonic, it's me, Chip. Whoa.
Every other Sonic character.
No, Tails is like, hey, Sonic, it's me, Tails. Oh. And Knuckles is like, hey, Sonic, it's me, Knuckles.
Except when he's voiced by Idris Elba.
Yeah. Well, then he sounds like Idris Elba, and he's like, hello, it's me, Idris Elba. I'm very handsome and British.
Knuckles.
I'm Knuckles, yeah?
British Knuckles sounds like an interesting thing.
I'ma
that I
break
might wanna
your
hear for
fucking
2
legs.
minutes.
You ever seen The Wire? That's what he sounds like.
Ironheart says your Tails is
I've heard
great. You should keep doing it.
Yeah, my Tails is... Listen, there's a reason why they've kept the same Tails... They kept the same Tails voice actress for the movie. Also, if you want to hear that actress doing the Cave Johnson Lemons rant from Portal 2, doing the Tails voice, that was a clip someone sent to me.
Where?
Good.
It was it was some sort of voice actor podcast.
Ironheart
But God,
says
that
your Chip voice is also very good.
Portal
You should do it
Portal
all the
2's
time.
so good. Portal 2's so
2 is so
funny. I could be playing Portal RTX right now.
What was that like? I think it was like last year or the year before. I beat Portal 2 again. Holds up perfectly.
Yeah.
You know what? I've been thinking, what game should I pick? Because I want to have a fun time after having a fucking miserable time.
And
for
so
a
you're
year.
going back to the well, huh? Comfort food.
I mean, I was thinking of picking Shadowrun, but that would take a while to come back.
Shadow,
Take
like
a while to
360 Shadowrun.
Yes. No, not Shadow. Sorry, not Shadowrun. Crackdown. Not Crackdown. No.
Shadow
the other-
Killzone, Shadowfall, Shadow
no,
the Hedgehog.
John Woo's. John
Stranglehold.
Stranglehold. That's probably not a fun time.
Diving on tables. How could it be bad?
Because it's a 360 era action game made by Midway.
So it could only be a 7.
Do I have an RTX capable card? Yes. Yes. I have a 3060 Ti that I got when I built my computer 2 years ago. Almost 3? 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago. End of 2020 is when I could be playing a Mega Man.
Yeah, you could be playing Mega Man 0, 3. Just...
Don't threaten me with a good time. I have the Switch right here. That's what I have the Mega Man Zero collection on.
Let's do it. Or not. I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
Remember a couple of weeks ago when I played a bunch of Mega Man so that we could win at...
played the wrong ones.
And then we did win?
Yeah. And we didn't play a Mega Man game.
Mega Man. Aiden, I'm sorry you rolled with the best and then you had to do a arcade bit with the rest.
Dan Park was having technical issues also. Unfortunately. But yeah, I was on last week's arcade pit and was forced to draw 4 times.
Oh boy. Well, I saw what happened when you drew. Yeah, look, I'm not claiming we won when I drew. I think we got.
I mean, you broke Emily.
Did. I think I did the right move, though. I think that was the right.
Yeah, Kirby dotting his eyes. Yeah.
It was the right play. You just say dotting eyes.
Yeah. Before. I mean, listen. If Giant Bomb would like to have us back on Arcade Pit for their Wednesday show, would love to do it again.
I have no clue how the fuck that
Yeah.
worked. Jason coordinate those.
Oh fuck! God damn it!
I have no idea. I haven't even.
I'm so sad now.
Sorry. I have no idea how that even works because he was the wrangler for those. So I don't know if someone else is going to be the wrangler for those or what, but I have not even asked.
Yeah, Lionheart, I feel like the thing I hear about Mega Man 7 and 8 is that they're not Mega Man X.
They're not.
Okay, this is basically the same boss fight.
Sick.
Ah! Fuck you, Phoenix.
Portal 2 even be a bad choice though? We haven't played Portal 2.
Have
That
you not?
game's good. I have played Portal 2. That game's good.
Has
not
M
in
and
years.
Pete played Portal 2?
I don't know. I'll ask them.
The problem with Portal 2 co-op is that if you never played it before and you're playing it with someone who has played it before, it's the person who has played it is just sitting there watching you, waiting for you to figure it out.
Oh yeah, no.
Apparently
Portal
that's
2
like
co-op
awkward
is its own can of worms.
Hey, Braden, I am not
A moderating means.
I'm not a mod,
Oh.
but you should moderate it.
Fuck, there were quick time events. I've been betrayed.
God, this looks terrible. If you want to mod me up, I can take care of this.
It's fine. I can...
Love it.
solve the problem. I had to take away ZP's mod privileges for a little bit, if I remember correctly.
Did he do a bad?
He was being silly.
Drunk with power? When you give a mouse a cookie.
When you give a Chris a...
An inch, I'll take a mile. No, that doesn't sound right. But...
Keeps shooting feathers at you.
Yeah. It's my favorite Pokemon, Ho-Oh. This isn't a Square Enix game. I would never. Welcome to my NFT. There we go.
This is an NFT
QTE.
dream, which stands for no fucking talking.
That
That's pretty good.
no fucking talking. It's me, Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm gonna break your fucking legs.
I love when Sonic the Hedgehog breaks their fucking legs.
Hey, Tails. There's this egg guy. He's in our turf. You ever seen The Sopranos, Tails?
It's a pretty good show.
It's a popular
Got some
television
points.
show from the late 90s and early 2000s. R.I.P. James Gandolfini.
Favorite episode is when the kid soprano plays Mario Kart with his dad. My dad would never play Mario Kart with me.
Best thing about the GameCube controller? Yeah, I mean, it's very easy to tell which button is which. Because
They look weird.
they all look... Listen, I say this as a GameCube child.
Don't shit talk the GameCube controller. I like that controller quite a bit.
It's fine.
Fine. It's just I like that. There's a point to be made of having all of your buttons look different. So even if you can't read the button, you can identify the button.
Yeah.
That's smart design. There's a reason why the GameCube, Nintendo controllers tend to work very well with children.
And also Nintendo games.
Also Nintendo games, and also only Nintendo games.
How do you like that, huh?
And then all
Well, I hope
like,
you're happy you killed that majestic phoenix.
yeah, I did.
Weirdly, Xbox, original Xbox and 360 UIs also used to be pretty colorful because of their color-coded buttons and everything.
I mean, this Series S controller still has colored buttons, sort of.
Mine? Mine does not, I don't think. Is it okay if I spoil something that happens halfway through God of War 2018? I feel like everybody here knows it already.
I already played for the podcast this year, so
Because the moment where you get the Blades of Chaos is pretty good.
Yeah.
I already knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know how. And the how is great. I kind of wish
the
I
best
didn't
parts
know.
of that game. Alright, I'm gonna dip because I'm gonna be recording the fucking terrible Getting Over It podcast in about 2 hours. So I'm gonna go chill for a bit before I have to be back on a stream, talking to people. So have a good time playing Sonic Werehog. Sonic World Adventure.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Oh yeah. More cutscenes. Huh? It's the same cutscene from the 360 version.
It appears he's come back to his senses.
I see. I'll bet your job is to guard the Chaos Emerald Temple. You must have gone berserk when the emeralds lost their power.
Well, I'm glad you're back. Want some chocolate?
Sonic's VA doing his best Vegeta.
Yeah.
So long.
What's the progress on the Dark Gaia-powered Eggman Land construction system?
Current status is 27% complete. Progress is significantly behind projected timetable. Presumed cause of delay is Dark Gaia dispersion across the globe.
Oh, of all the lazy, here I go to the trouble of waking that Dark Gaia thing up, and it causes me nothing but delays.
Dark Gaia had yet to reach maturity within the planet's core, ergo it was still incomplete at the time of its awakening, ergo it was unable to sustain its own weight upon its release.
That thing started popping up, and I was like, "Hey, wait a minute! That looks like the spirits within."
Oh yeah, it's the same. It's the same movie.
I don't want to hear about
Same story. They just lifted that story. Fantastic.
This is unacceptable.
Listen, there's Dark Gaia, and we gotta stop it.
What was that? I'm having a bad enough day as it is. First that professor runs off with the Gaia manuscripts, and now the planet's coming back together.
That, Doctor, is the result of the power of the Chaos Emeralds, which you discarded along with Sonic, ergo another repercussion of your hasty actions.
Quiet, you junkie! That was all part of my plan, part of the big picture. Where's the fun in having my plans succeed without any challenge?
I don't think I can skip these, so...
Anyway, what's the status of the remaining temples of Gaia?
Okay, I figured you were enjoying the story.
Forces have currently secured all locations.
Alas.
Preparations are nearly complete.
That'll take care of Sonic for now. Which
Also, at some point, I guess Rogan and I are probably gonna play some Phoenix Point.
scattered all across the world.
Y'all finished Expeditions.
Yeah.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Well, yeah, we played enough of it.
Isn't there a more efficient way?
No more.
No more.
I don't know.
I'd say that series got better.
Yeah.
That's it, of course. With this, all of my plans will be
The Gauge still going all right. Like,
Yeah! I think that game is very fun.
in the sense that it's maybe better than Three Houses.
It plays better than Three Houses.
That's good. Is the map design more interesting?
Yes.
Than a lot of recent ones.
Yes. It is definitely like a little more traditional Fire Emblem. And I mean that as a compliment. It also gives you a bunch of characters. As opposed to like 8. Yay. Oh, that's right. The Sopfo DLC comes out this week, too. I need to get around to finishing that.
Too many video games.
Yeah, too many video games. They added gun classes. They added a new weapon, the gun.
That sounds like it's either going to be one of those things that's very overpowered or complete trash. Just my first guess upon hearing of putting guns in that game.
I mean, there's already magic. And you can cheese that game.
Here we go!
I think this is a new level.
turn into a flat texture there for a minute?
Yeah, I did.
Pretty good. Oh, you missed the circle.
Oh no, what will I do?
Right into a wall.
Run into a wall. Drift bonus.
Why didn't you just make an entire 3D Sonic game consisting of these levels?
They did. It's called Generations.
You played that one, didn't you?
Yeah,
the
that
one where you
game.
get
That game
stuck on the ice
is
level?
way better. Like it has some of the same problems as Unleashed does, but at the very least, it like isn't shit. Action chain. Hey. Let me know when you want a tactics.
I should probably be eating in 15 minutes.
Alright, then I will get food. What should I do for food?
It's between you and God.
No, it's between me and
The gas fills up.
content.
Yes!
If I meet my sub goal, I'll eat a giant tub of yogurt.
No, that'd be good for me.
The yogurt also has feces in it.
No, that's
What?
a weird. No.
I don't know. What do influencers do?
They probably
It gets
eat really
like-
spicy food.
Okay. Yogurt and I don't know any.
Indian
So, no.
food has both yogurt and is spicy. I'll get Indian food. It's delicious. Ha ha ha! Tricked you, influencer. Influencer betrayal.
Oh, Lionheart should play Generations again.
Yeah. Or
Oh,
you
hey,
could play
a good Sonic game.
yeah, like Sonic Unleashed.
Unleashed? Is that
Yeah,
what you
that's
said?
that is the colloquial fan term for this game.
Couldn't you just let it go? Just
I'm not
bypass
joking.
the
That's
time.
what Sonic fans call this.
Oh,
I think he's berating
This
me
was
for not just letting it
was
pass.
at AGDQ. Is Sonic Heroes Dreamcast? No. Sonic Heroes was the first Sonic game to not be on a Sega platform.
No, Sonic Adventure was on Nintendo stuff.
Yeah,
Like Sonic
but
Adventure
yeah,
original was Dreamcast, and then Adventure DX and Adventure 2 Battle were on GameCube,
yep.
and then Heroes was on everything.
Also, Sonic Heroes is not good. I'm gonna throw that out there.
I seem to recall when Sonic Heroes came out, a lot of viewers were like, "Hey, they're finally getting it."
Yeah, those people are fucking wrong. Sonic Heroes is... Do you want to play the same levels 4 times to see the true ending?
Oh boy, do I. I love true endings.
Do you like...
Still not as bad as Shadow the Hedgehog's giant map of levels you have to play.
Yeah.
Variations you have to do. And that's only one character.
Yeah, you have to play Shadow the Hedgehog. If you want to see the true all the stages of Shadow the Hedgehog, you got to play that first stage at least 10 times.
I thought you were free of those terrible little Pixar people, but they
just exist in pre-existing forces now.
Are you gonna play Shadow the Hedgehog for your Sonic feature?
I played some Shadow the Hedgehog at one point as a goof, and lasted about 30 minutes.
It's not
bad, huh?
Here's the thing about that game, very specifically, is it doesn't control well. Like, the basic act of movement in that game is Shadow moves around like a cheetah on ice skates.
That's insane, because it's the same engine they used for the previous, 3 or 4 games.
But there's...
And all those Sonic feels fine.
Basically, there's no acceleration. It is 0 to max speed.
I bet they were trying to make it feel more like a shooter.
Yeah.
I thought that's what people wanted. They wanted digital movement. They didn't want that Red Dead build-up.
Yeah.
Oh.
What does Jeff Gerstmann think of Shadow the Hedgehog?
Jeff Gerstmann hates all Sonic.
Weird.
But he loves PSO2.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, also, listen, people love Red Dead's fucking animation priority. Takes 3 hours to get off your horse. That's what they want.
I mean, I'm into that until you've been playing the game for 20 hours, and you're just like, okay, I'm just trying to get to the... I'm just trying to get
no
immersion.
Listen, you're going to play the game in the way that Rockstar demands of you, and if you deviate at all from it, you deserve death.
Also, Rockstar has picked a thing, and they have stuck to it as hard as they can, and I have some respect for that. Even if
I feel like if you're complaining about it at this point, I don't know, it seems like maybe you should have known what you're getting into. This is what they've been doing for a long time.
Oh, weird. It's almost like I don't like Rockstar's games, and so I don't play any of them.
I have not liked Rockstar games since GTA 2.
Damn.
Okay. See, now that's some hipster ass.
I played a lot of 3, but that was just because, at the time, Big 3 open areas were new and exciting.
I remember when they were called DMA Design and were just a bunch of Scottish weirdos.
I remember when they made Lemmings. No, I don't, because I wasn't alive, but whatever.
Yes. We were all big Lemmings fans back then, yes.
Oh, I get blessed with Phantasy Star Online in 2023. I've never beaten Bluebird. Entire episode of that game I'm just completely unfamiliar with.
Yeah, because it never came
out.
out.
I think I have it in me to actually set up the server. I don't want to engage with that.
Let's say I'm sure there's a community somewhere that will.
Oh, there absolutely is. But do you want to talk to those people?
Will this stuff ever disappear? Will that community 100 years from now? Will there be a community of people trying to get PSO?
There are still people playing Meridian 59.
I don't know what that is.
That is the first major MMO. It predates Ultima Online.
I was gonna say EverQuest is still churning out expansions.
Yeah. admittedly, it's like a few thousand it's like a few hundred people playing on a fan server. And it's just all a bunch of weirdos who are just like, this is the only video game I've ever played, and my grandkids. I don't know.
But like, are any of those people? Is it getting any new players?
No.
Or is this just like old people?
It's you know, I feel like Patrick Klepek was writing articles about those kinds of communities for a while. Fuck you, video game. And
by the way, Braden,
yeah.
the Final Fantasy thing, 4th edition, the more I look into this, the more I realize this is actually like a really interesting system.
I don't believe
like. It has stuff in here about like how you earn XP and stuff. Like depends on like what type of character you're making, what their goal is and stuff.
Oh.
And there's you multi-class. You don't switch jobs, I don't think, but like there are like primary jobs and secondary jobs. I'm just saying, what if we played Final Fantasy?
No.
Too bad. This is what I'm putting time into.
Why would you do this to yourself?
Because it's gonna be fun.
He's not doing it to himself, he's doing it to us.
No, we're gonna play an Ivalice during the apocalypse that leads to Dark Age Ivalice. It's gonna be good.
Uh-huh.
I always hard to pronounce Ivalice.
Listen, my name is Boots. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I only play fantasy games that are strictly medieval.
Oh, well, listen, I'm gonna get an airship and I'm gonna ride a chocobo and I'm gonna be like, listen here, you son of a submariner. I'm gonna fuck you
Final
up.
Fantasy 12. You're gonna... Yes, airships are common.
I don't...
Everything I suggest, you're just like, no, I don't want to do that because it's dumb. And you're like, well, fucking give me a break.
No,
all you want to do is...
To be clear, if this is the thing you actually want to run, I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, I want to run this. It's actually an interesting game.
I would love to fuck around with a homebrew fan-made Final Fantasy RPG rule set. And I'm only being half ironic. Anyway, yeah, so these day stages are actually fun and control well. Oh, I have to do it without hitting anything, huh? Thanks, video game.
Wait, you just played this level?
Yeah, now I have to do it without hitting anything.
Why?
He's doing
to get another sun medal.
Do you need it?
I have no idea. But the game, this seems like it's Act 3 of this level, so... Anyway, yes, hogwash, indeed. Yeah.
Did you beat the game?
I did. I'm winning, son.
You got a moon medal.
Beat the entire game. Good job.
Hey Sonic, that was pretty exciting, huh? We've gathered more tablet fragments. Let's see the professor.
That's pretty good chip. God, what a terrible little model that is. I mean, I guess that's a picture of a model, but...
Listen, they knew what they had, and
Is Chip better or worse than the average Sonic OC you could make in Sonic Forces?
well, I can't hang out with my friend Sonic the Hedgehog in
So
Sonic
here's my
Unleashed.
OC. His name's Ronic the Echidna.
I have made. I played Forces for about 30 minutes.
Okay, if I was to type in Sonic OC generator into Google,
No.
yeah, Sonic OC generator, but it's good, and then in parentheses, and inclusive.
Yes, this is my, this is Chrysanthemum, the non-binary ocelot. Which, hey, nothing but love and power to my furry friends.
You want me to tell you what this OC I made?
To my Sonic sicko friends.
Your generated OC is a short demigirl mink who uses he, him, and Zer. The personality traits are bold, perfectionist, and casual. They have dangerous sensing powers and are great at multitasking, but cannot lead a team. Your character uses elbow crutches. They have their hairstyles medium length, with salmon-colored eyes that look hopeful. The outfit they wear is inspired.
I hate
from
everything
artists
you're
that
saying. This is what the woke leftists want.
Their alignment is evil, and your OC is often associated with Team Rose.
Alignment is evil, and yet still associates with Team Rose. Let's see.
Let me tell you about this gender-fluid bird.
You know, once again,
crossbow. Oh, this is great.
I cannot. You know, children who were not me probably discovered something about themselves with
What
Sonic
about
the
this
Hedgehog.
self-disciplined, compulsive? That's a great one. It's both self-disciplined and compulsive, and droll pangender axolotl, who has a mohawk and a Russian trapper hat. I hate Google for Gmail, but that search engine brings about some good things.
Yeah, well, the problem with Google now is it's been ruined by SEO people.
Yeah,
and it's great because
Bing is very good for now. It will probably eventually be ruined as well, but Bing has been.
I'm just going to use DuckDuckGo.
I bet DuckDuckGo works, but
because it doesn't track my shit.
It's all eventually gonna go to shit.
I mean, yeah, that's. Listen, I have bad news. We've entered a period of technological stagnation where the only promising advance is in the field that will destroy the most amount of jobs, which is to say AI. And meanwhile, Apple's
the creative and the white collar jobs.
Yeah, it's great. They're coming for the white collar jobs and the creatives. Please look forward to my favorite subject. Will robots take my job? Question mark.
In your lifetime? Question mark. Answer: probably.
And they'll take your job too. And your job. And your job.
Now I'm doing blue collar shit, so maybe not. Maybe not in my lifetime, at least.
You would have to have a machine that can interpret just people talking about computers who have no idea what they're trying to say. And that's not gonna work.
But honestly, like, The actual thing is feeling like kind of just in terms of like what else is there as far as like cool technology is it's just a bunch of fucking tech bros getting crazy about the metaverse even though no one gives a shit. And then it's just being like, oh, cool, I look at ChatGPT and I am afraid that at some point it's going to take away my job, any potential future job prospects, or my future job prospect is going to be babysitting an AI because some idiot in a suit thinks that's more effective than just paying someone to write. But otherwise, it's like, yeah, when was the last time Apple put out something, like, that was actually significant?
I mean, the iPad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it seems like right now most of what we're getting is just the same things, but more powerful.
Yep.
A lot of stuff seems to be more focused on...
How many of those shitty listicles that ZP has sent me were written by a robot?
Probably all of them.
Top 5 hottest babes of Final Fantasy. Top 3 CRPGs that the author has played.
Like 5 minutes of Divinity Original Sin 2. I'm an expert on the genre.
He legitimately sent me a list that was like best girls of the Tales series, and I'm like, they're all the same. They're all anime trope. They're more anime trope than human. I told this man he was a fine, upstanding man. Look at this. I'm already zooming through this game. But, yeah, just thinking about, like, when I was a young... When I was a lad.
You were young.
When I was young, I was like... I looked at, you know, one of my ideas was like, oh, what if I could make money writing about video games? And now it's just like, no. No, this is just going to be my side thing. I'm never going to make money doing this. I do it because I want to.
Do you have something to say about videos?
Because I have strong feelings about the tactics game, which I need to finish that write-up. I was going to earlier, but then some stuff threw me off. Like being sick and people getting fired from the website I was going to post the blog on.
Yeah, that's all.
Oh yeah,
massive bummer. Like
yep.
I'm not. It sucks. I'm not as like torn up about it as. Like,
I'm just torn up in the sense of what it represents, but also I feel fucking terrible for Jason.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Jess is going to be just fine. Like
yeah.
She was getting a lot of Twitch subs the other night, and her Patreon numbers are back up pretty high. But yeah.
Yeah, also, he's the one I was also concerned about. What do you think are the chances Jason or somebody will go join Nextlander?
0.
Content to be on just those 3.
It's going to be those 3 until they decide to retire or quit, is my prediction. Although, you know, plenty of room for another 40-something-year-old dad. The problem is Jason sometimes remembers things about video games. And we can't have that with Nextlander. If I'm not having complete and utter, like, the exact opposite of correct information uttered to me, then
it's
what?
Not a giant bomb. What's the point?
Then what's the point? I mean, I don't know how much of the Nextlander podcast you listen to, but it is
really any of it.
God bless them, but they are so good about, like, they are so against fact-checking on the podcast, and so that leads to just the absolute opposite of whatever is true being said, and then someone else will say, I believe that is the case.
Sounds familiar.
To be fair to Brad, at least, that guy has been doing a podcast with Jeff Gersman for so fucking long, and that guy is an encyclopedia.
Yes.
I think he's probably very reliant on just like, is this correct? And you'll go, no, it's actually this. And you'll go, okay.
I mean, honestly, Jeff Gersman was not totally correct a lot of the time either.
But Jeff is very correct
That's
about very
common.
specific things. Like Bimini Run for the Genesis. Oh. Why did... Oh, no. I haven't listened to this week's podcast, but... Oh, I'm sure they have... I think my favorite was when Alex was convinced no one was going to buy the PS5 and Series X.
I mean... What?
Just like, these new consoles aren't going to do well at all.
Can I start over?
Most people these days seem to think of new consoles the same way, you know, phone nuts think of new phones, or
I just think
of a new graphics card.
Yeah, but also I think just completely underestimating how important entertainment was for during the pandemic. Also, yeah, Nextlander's other sin was being like, no games came out this year. And I'm like, motherfucker, there were so many good games last year. Just because you played 2 of them and none of them to completion. Brad being like, I'll definitely get back to Horizon at some point. And you're like, why?
That's the thing. Nowadays, there's always a bunch of really good games. It's just, are they ones that you're interested in?
Yeah.
Like, that determines whether or not it's a good year for you.
On their end, they have the other question of, is this something that people are going to be entertained to play it? I think the correct answer to that generally is play something you're interested in.
I would also argue that like timely video game coverage is less important than ever. And, you know, sometimes that means you do Mr. Streams, and it's boring as shit because you just play 5 minutes of 13 games and don't engage with any of them.
Yeah, people do pretty well just playing old shit. Like, there's a streamer I watch, who that lady regularly gets like hundreds of concurrent viewers, and the main thing she's currently doing is a shuffler of like 9 different Final Fantasies.
Yeah.
I mean, Husky's still doing his thing, and all he plays are just
the weirdest PC games.
Old PC games, and it's pretty good. want to play this fucking bad Game Boy game that nobody's ever heard of, or the shitty version of Resident Evil on a Game Boy, something, I don't know.
I saw someone who had finished Resident Evil 2 on the Game.com. The Game.com, excuse me. That thing! Not to talk too much shit about a stillborn corpse of a video game console, but that thing is maybe one of the most, like, misconceived, poorly put together piece of shit video game platforms. Also, apparently there was a version of Symphony of the Night being made for it. And that it leaked. Recently. And Derek from Stop Skeletons from Fighting played it. Grunkle Derek himself. And apparently it's most of that game. But it's, you know, on the Game.com, so it's incredibly stripped down, and it looks like ass. See, that's the thing I want to support, is Grunkle Derek playing nothing but the weirdest dog shit. Playing the fucking Zeebo. My favorite.
I just want to see somebody 100% every game in the N-Gage library one day. That's a joke. I don't actually want to see that. But if someone wanted to do it, I'd probably check in on it a few times.
The good news is there aren't that many.
I know. That's why I said the entire thing.
Yeah.
On an N-Gage, not on an emulator.
I believe N-Gage emulation is still shaky. Unlike Game.com emulation, which is apparently pretty good for, you know, the 6 games that use it.
I played Symphony of the Night some recently. Actually, a fair bit of it.
Yeah, it's
the 4 version, because it's on my PS4, and I
forget, isn't the PS4 version of that game based on the PSP version, so...
Yes,
you have the good version. Voice acting, and it's just like...
No. It's the wrong voice acting.
Yeah, it's the wrong voice acting. It's... Tribute! You steal men's souls, and make them your slaves.
Yeah,
perhaps the same could be said for all religions.
That entire monologue is just totally different. But the actual game, it seems to look a little nicer than the 360 version, but the primary thing about it is the audio is a lot more even in the PS4 version, because that 360 version has some really sharp sound effects that do not sound good.
I just realized I also have the PS4 version.
I bought it for Rondo of Blood.
Yeah, because Rondo of Blood is the best classic Castlevania game, and it's also hard as shit.
Yep.
That shaft fight is a real motherfucker.
Yeah, I didn't intend to play Symphony of the Night on that version, but here I am, playing Symphony of the Night, and guess what? I still think that map design is not the best they've done.
It's also the first one of them.
I know, but there's like multiple times where you start at one side of the map and you just run down a hallway in a straight line to the other side. Music's great. The music's still fantastic, though.
No one talks about Dracula X, Lionheart.
I liked Dracula X.
Because it's the only one we got.
No. Even up next to Rondo, I think Dracula X is fine. It's fun. I liked it.
You know what the guitarist from the Symphony of Night soundtrack who I guess specifically is best known for his work on, I think it was Tragic Prince. Is that the song?
Anyway,
Sure.
Where it's famously out of tune.
Yeah.
I guess that guy has been trying to champion a return to allow him to like redo it so it's in tune. For,
That
like,
would
years.
require Konami to answer their emails. And Konami is just like, oh, we'll let you make collections with our IP now. Because we don't have to do anything.
Rather try to beat Ninja Gaiden 1 without using continues than play Dracula X again. I don't know, I didn't feel like Dracula X was any more unfair than Super Castlevania 4.
Super Castlevania 4 is actually pretty easy.
I felt like Dracula X was in the same ballpark.
Super Castlevania is like painfully easy. It's actually like one of the major knocks against that game.
Maybe I
here's
misremembered
being
things,
able
or-
to use the whip diagonally actually breaks that game, and that's me being Mr. Armchair Game Design Man, but legitimately being able to swing in 8 directions makes that game so much easier. And that's not a knock against it, because you tried playing Castlevania 3?
I have.
Game's hard.
I don't have tons of interest in the older. Like, I like some of them, but like, for the most part, I prefer the Metroidvanias.
Well, the good news is the better ones are just play Bloodstained Curse of the Moon.
Yes, I did.
Because that's a better classic Castlevania game than most classic Castlevania games.
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is a better Metroidvania than the other Castlevanias. I appreciate the way that game just kind of
lets you break it quickly.
Real quickly, and also just doesn't care. It's like, here's a bunch of toys for you to play with. Enjoy. Some of them are silly, some of them are effective. You can beat the game with all of them.
Yeah. And now, I think the roguelite mode is... I don't remember if the roguelite mode is in yet.
In what?
The randomizer, yeah.
Oh.
There's a randomizer mode.
Someone played OOE. Order of Ecclesia. Order of Ecclesia is real good. It's also real hard.
Yeah.
What's HOD?
Harmony of Dissonance.
Oh. Yeah.
Or Harmony
right?
of Despair, the Xbox Live Arcade game that no one thinks about.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that the Xbox game or is that the second GBA game?
The second GBA game is Harmony of Dissonance, and that's the one no one gives a shit about.
It's...
People are like, yeah, I love Castlevania Circle of the Moon, or they love Aria of Sorrow.
Aria of Sorrow is pretty good, except there's a teleporter maze in the last half of that game, and it sucks.
I've still...
but those 3DS games, fantastic.
Relka's not here, so you can say that.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh,
yeah, he's here.
The first one's great. It's maybe the best Metroidvania in that series.
It's also like 8 hours long and really easy.
Yeah. I've enjoyed Portrait of Ruin a lot. I enjoyed Order of Ecclesia a lot, except it's hard.
But
and yes, they are all the same. They are all the same games to some degree. Yes.
Absolutely.
And Dawn of Sorrow is the best of them.
You got to draw on the touchpad because it was a DS. It was an early enough DS game that everyone felt like you had to put in stupid gimmicks.
I would love to see a ROM hack that just auto wins those.
That exists. Don't worry, that exists.
Because if it does, that'd be how I want to replay that game.
Yes. Also, it's called Dawn of Sorrow, even though it's the second one, because
Because DS.
Because DS. Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, which I might have to play. Figure out a way to play Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, fucking hack my Wii U.
And get it's easy. It's really easy to do it. Trust me.
I am aware.
A copy of, you gotta go on the eShop and there's like a cheap game you have to.
Well, that's a problem because the eShop is going to go under. It
hasn't gone under yet, and it's got a chance. There are other ways to do it.
I mean, I've already played everything that I want to play on the Wii U, so I'm good. And the things that I would want to replay again have since been remade to the Switch.
Except for Xenoblade X.
But
I don't want to replay that though. Like, I had a great time with it, but I'm done.
The point about hacking the Wii U here is just like it's kind of the best way to play DS games and capture footage for them.
Yeah, because the idea of like actually hard modding my 3DS to have a capture card, that seems like more money than I'm willing to spend at this point in time.
You know, Wii U just has an HDMI port and the tablet for drawing if you need to. It's also a very good way to do GameCube games.
Alright. I am going to get dinner.
I've already done so.
And then I will be back in a bit to do tactics.
Phoenix Point? Did we agree on that?
Yeah, we agreed on Phoenix Point.
Okay.
Alright. See y'all in about 30 minutes to an hour. Bye.
I'm also